From the hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boom! Alrighty, let's take a look at some things today. So, over here in our little incubation chamber here, we got some cauliflower coming up. And there's all 3 seeds have popped, so they're coming up. We have got some goji berries. There's 2 of these are the red gojis. They're coming up, 2 out of the 8 so far on them, on the reds. We got some eggplant seeds back here, the aswad eggplants coming up. I seen something else here. Several of the peppers had sprouted, and we also got some seeds in here. Our giant eggplant seeds in there have sprouted, so we're going to get them putting into some dirt today. This is what everything over here is looking like today. So pretty decent, looking pretty good. Lots to do. Need to repot some of this stuff. Need to plant some of it. All kinds of stuff. But first, what we're going to do today is we're going to try to dig down in here and see what kind of sweet potatoes we are growing. Okay, we're going to very gently get in there and dig and see if we got any sweet potatoes going. So let's get to it, guys. Let's pull this here out. Just pulled it out of the germination chamber there. Unfold it carefully. These are the ones that came from Tony Prochaska, I think is how you say his name. If it's not, I'm sorry, I butchered it. And you see there, we have got a root and a root. So we got both of them to sprout. So, and that's pretty quick too, guys. That was a pretty fast turnaround there. So what we're going to do right here, got our cups already. Make a little spot. My goodness gracious. Make this little goodness. A little spot right there. Spot right there. And then we're going to pick them up carefully, very carefully. Very carefully. Maybe. You don't want to let them get growing into the stuff there. That would be bad. Let me go get some tweezers. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're back. And we're going to so gently, go like that right there. So try to turn it down a little better. Just make sure it's going there. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Oh no. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. We'll cover it up just like that. This one here, cover it up just like that. Got nice, good warm water here. Yeah, hang on. Alright, now we're going to put them back in the incubation chamber. If there's room. We'll try to find room. And on to the next. So, let's set that to the side for a second. Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's check on the manzano seeds that we had. A few of them popped yesterday, which is really fast because we just got these on Tuesday. So, just a few days there. I think there was one or two that was popped last night. I can't remember. We got one popped. One popped. Let me see the rest of them here. There's the one. It dropped it again. Yeah, just keep dropping. Scared to really grab it because I'm afraid I'll kill it. There we go, you can kind of see it there.
What's right there?
Alright guys, so we have pumpkin spice, jalapeno. We have the peach reaper. Peach ghost. And very, very, very pretty. And metallic golden. It's great. Straight plant. Look in there. Isn't that beautiful looking in there? It's gorgeous the way it's grown. Come up. Looks great. So, got to transplant them. And we need to kind of cut some of this stuff over here back some. Kind of slow up the growth. Man, I already got, check this out. Blooms right there, February. I'm about to have peppers growing on my stuff if I don't cull some of this. Not cull it, but knock it down. I'm going to have to chop the tops and split them off. I hate doing that. You see that thing? Look at that. Sure enough. Alright, let's get to it. So, we got these. These are the biodegradable pots, whatever you want to call it. The roots grow right through them. You can't overwater. It allows air to grow, or air to get through there. It dries off quicker. They pick up the water from the bottom easier. Promotes root growth and everything. This is what I use for my plants that I'm starting to stage up once they get so big. This right here is what I go to, and it did really well for me last year, so I'm going to use them again this year. These are a little bit bigger than the ones I used last year because these are the ones that are left over from last year. They came in sets of 2. They had a small 2-inch by 5-inch deep, and then these are like 4 by 5s or something like that. But I mean, yes, it used more dirt, you know what I mean, but not much more. And plus, there's a lot of these got enough dirt to fill this up anyhow, so it don't matter. We will put a little bit of azos and mycos on everything, and then pot it up. So let's get to it. All right, so what we're gonna do real quick. Scissors here. Get that new bag of dirt open, like so. Throw that over there. And show y'all one example here. I'm taking, like so. Put a little dirt down in here. Maybe. Boy, I'm making a mess. Helps to have a shovel. Just saying. But do it like that. Bring the mycos and the azos over here. Bring the protogenics over here. Just a little bit. Okay, make sure it's good. There we go. A little bit. And like so. This up. Don't need a lot. Just a little bit. Just like that. Now, you see here. Take one of these. Here, which is my pumpkin spice jalapenos. Loosen it up some. Pop out. Okay, got that out. Dirt over there. In here, roots look good. Everything looks healthy. Carefully put it into this pot here. We're not doing that. That, and we'll pack dirt around the sides of it. So it'll be in there good and secure. All right, but you get the idea. So let's get you guys set on time lapse. Get on with the rest. Alright guys, so we got some Burpee eco-friendly seed starting mix for some of our smaller seeds and some of the harder seeds that we've had to start this year. Then I'm going to use the Happy Frog to start. Oh mercy. Excuse me, so sorry. Like I said, I'm going to use the Happy Frog to start everything in this year because some of the stuff I've already tried to start it in is having some issues. And so because it's just such a heavy soil, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to some seed starting mix, which I did use some seed starting mix last year, but last year I used Jiffy. This year I'm going to use Burpee, and it's OMRI listed. You see up there at the top, OMRI listed. Anyways, here's kind of the guide, you know, to everything, and the seed starting. They're saying here that we should start in May. They're wrong as all get out. You see, click seed starting. Look at seed packet for specific transplanting instructions. Seed starting quick guide. Yeah, no, we ain't following that. Why has Florida got June 15th? Down in here, it's like, that don't make no sense. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? Now what about that makes sense? None of that makes sense. Maybe if these are mountains, but there ain't no mountains in Louisiana, from my understanding. So June 15th is way off. There ain't no mountains in Florida. Like mountains, like I'm saying mountains, right? So that's off. Because then you go and you got February and March plantings right here. And there's even a little bit of yellow right there, so that'd be a May 15th. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading the map wrong. That don't make no sense to me, though. That map makes zero sense to me. Anyhow, if you want to start planting stuff now, you know, like now's the time. See all this stuff here, all planted up. These are all my plants. All of the pepper plants that I have that are big. All right. Now I don't know what the difference is between them pepper plants right there and these ones over here that I started the same time. But you guys can see some of these are just as old as those over there, and they're this big. Don't ask me what the problem is this year, because I have no idea. I don't know. I don't have the answers or a clue of what's going on with these. Like here, the Happy Reaper. That thing's a perfect example. Look how big that Happy Reaper is right there. Right? It's tiny, right? Look at this Happy Reaper. I think that's one. No, that's not it. Where's it at? Right here. There it is, right there. That thing is huge. Look at that plant. Yeah, Happy Reaper. The plant is ginormous. And they were planted at the same time. Look at that thing. It's huge. Same time, planted at the same time. Don't ask me what the difference is, because I don't know. Weird stuff, weird stuff. That's the way all these pepper plants have been all year. I don't ever have troubles out of tomatoes. Tomatoes don't want to grow this year for some reason. So, like I say, over here on these pepper plants, some of these pepper plants just don't want to grow. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry them off. I'm going to completely dry them off and see what happens. If I don't water them for a week, see what happens. Let's just see if maybe it's overwatering. I don't see how. They've all had the same dirt. They've all had, the same conditions. I don't know. So anyhow, dry them off for a week. We'll see what that does. Maybe it'll help them. Maybe it won't. I don't know. If it does help them, then I know I was just too wet, and maybe that's it. But I don't think that is. I mean, we're at 60%. It's got water on it. Sitting at 70 degrees, 60% humidity. Could be that they're just too wet. I don't know. Of course, they're sitting there on them. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the problem is. Like I say, we'll dry them off. Today's Friday. We won't water them until next Friday. We'll see what happens. We'll water the rest of the stuff. You see how these are getting leggy again? All right, so we're going to keep on letting them get leggy. And then, they're all getting leggy again. Let them get leggy and transplant them over. So that's the idea anyhow. So, all right, let's go outside and see what we got going on in the greenhouse. Kind of formulate a plan for tomorrow. Good night, 11. The wind doesn't blow so hard, didn't blow the thing back over. Oh man, what we got? Then popped on the things off too. Where'd that go to? Dag blame it. This kind of stuff aggravates me to death. Where did it go? There it is. Stupid wind. I hate the wind. I hate the wind. I hate it. Alright. Now, let's see here. You guys are looking good. Yeah, that berry. Not very big. They're not big berries, but they're trying to ripen and things. So, pollinate you guys. Everybody needs pollinated. Wake up, you sleepy heads. Get up. Get up, get up, get up. All right. Switch chars, looking all right. Supposedly gonna have some babies tonight. Them goats gonna have their babies tonight, hopefully. That's what Alan says, anyhow. Called me there a little bit ago and said, hey, I believe she's gonna have her babies today. I said, all right. Sounds like a plan to me. So hopefully I'll get that on video. I hope. Still ain't got no peas up over there. That's not cool. Yeah, we got the arugula. We got lots of arugula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's start that over. I don't want to mess up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 pieces of arugula. Should do pretty well, I would think. What do you got going on over here? My beetroot, huh? My red mango mammoth beet. Looking pretty good, I do know that. Grow, baby, grow. Grow, baby, grow. You're looking great. I mean, I can see the root. The root is that big so far. That's just the top of it there. So I might have to start feeding it a little bit better. Come when the temperature gets just a little bit warmer. You are an enemy of the state, sir. Food. I want you in here. Ah, we got some live action here. Check it out, live action. So we've managed to keep one alive. Anyhow. Alright, even though I thought it was deader than the door now. It's alive, look here. Yes, sir. Hey, that makes me happy. Now that makes me very, very happy. So we got one alive. Those are looking good. Potatoes are looking alright. Are you alive, sir? Are you alive? You feel pretty stout. I mean, I don't know, maybe you're not, but yeah, you feel stout too. Potatoes, like I say, they're looking pretty decent. Let's see, why did you fall like it, Don? Curious. I don't want to pull you up. I don't want to mess you up, but I do want you to sit up there on your own. There you go. There you go. Now you ain't cockeyed so bad. Spiders. Spiders, spiders, spiders. I hate spiders. Yuck. Yeah. Hopefully these things will do something. I don't know if they will or not. I'm hoping they will. It'd be nice to get a few potatoes out of that. Anyhow, even if I was just fooling around with it. I don't see nothing there. I don't know what that is. It's something we're gonna let it grow and figure it out though. Nothing there on that plant. So, cabbage though, cabbage is looking really good. Look here. See how it's starting to wrap that head up? Check him out. It's starting to wrap that head tight now. Look here. Look how tight she's already wrapped that center head. Oh yeah, it's nice and tight. Back up there, get them tight like that. Toss them back there. Start forming a big nice head there, buddy. See, here's what I liked about this. Pour the water up here in this hole, and it's planted on the side of it. See how it's planted there? Into the side, right there like this. So, what happens is because it's planted on the side like that, the roots are right here. The water goes down. It's in the midsection, right? It's kind of like the water can set here on the top, but also get air, right? Getting air up in here. The roots are about the middle ways, and then the drainage can keep going down. So, you know, if they need water, they can go down here, you know, so a little deeper, and then the water washes right past them, so they're never setting in water, you know what I mean? Actually, I like that really good, and you can tell it's really helped that plant a lot. I mean, it's a pretty big, biggest cabbage I've ever grown. So, I mean, out of all these other ones in here, it's a good size cabbage. So hopefully it'll keep right on trucking. I've done the same thing over here to this one, but I do not believe that's the same variety. I believe this is a golden acre cabbage, so I don't believe it'll get the same size as that one over there. Still don't see any what are them things called? Brussels sprouts growing in here. Unless that's one. Is that one right there? That right there might be one. We may have our first. Yes, sir. I do believe we have our first. Yep. Right there. I believe that's it right there. Our first Brussels sprout. I believe. Don't quote me. I never grew Brussels sprouts, so I don't know what it looks like. But I believe that could be it. it'll grow. Anyhow, tomorrow, I believe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here tomorrow and I'll clean up in here a little bit and make me some beds to plant some stuff in. It's about that time, you know, and so, you know, some of these I need to get in here and, you know, really focus on building some stuff for my giant crops to really get a good establishment in here and stuff, plus my food crops. So they're going to come in, kind of look at all the options that we have available, and start getting things together so that we can have some food and some giant crops, right? Because we need food, but we want giant crops too. It's just fun to grow giants. So we need the food. We're going to need the food. So don't worry about that. That's here. I think that's another golden acre cabbage. I can't for sure say. There's one here. There's several over there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good cabbages in here. I mean, they're not good, but they're okay. Let's see. This one here's got green there too on this one, so it's alive. It's growing. It's trying to do something. So we'll see what that does. We'll see if it pulls out of its little slumber funk. Mushrooms should start popping up about March, April. Just depends. Every year they're a little different. If we start getting a lot of rain, like we've been having here lately, and warm days, they'll pop right up pretty quick. But the ground's got to get, you know, like 55 degrees first, like, and be a steady 55. So there's all kinds of things to get ready and do. Man, that Swiss chard's growing since I picked it. I mean, it's gone nuts since I picked it. Look at that stuff. I liked it too. I liked it a lot. Swiss chard, really, really good. It's got a great flavor. If y'all ain't growing Swiss chard, go get you some and plant it. I'm telling you now, you'll love it. You'll love it, love it, love it. It ain't nothing like any you ever tasted. I can tell you that now. All right, so if I get the call, we'll go over. We'll video the baby and everything. We'll video the babies any morning today if they come. If not, well, we're going to wrap it up for today. And again, like I said, we're going to come out here tomorrow. Just kind of start, you know, piddling around, figuring out what we want to do with what and where we want to plant what at, and getting everything, you know, ready to go. I think there's quite a bit of a potential out through all of this, you know, just kind of planting a little bit of this and a little bit of that here and there, keeping my usual walkway, right, but planting heavily everywhere else just to have some food going. Need to clean up over there, get all that cleaned up. Once that's cleaned up, that can be used to plant in. That's a pretty big area there, you know, that there's nothing being planted in and stuff, so we can use that and everything. So we'll get to it tomorrow and everything. So guys, another wasn't a whole lot going on today. Some of the peppers, what I did is you seen I put them in those pots, those grow pots, them biodegradable grow pots. The roots can go through them. It's breathable. The reason why I like them is they're breathable. You can water from the bottom. They really direct the roots downward. Because you water from the bottom, then if you're watering from the bottom, the roots will go down. They really have no transplant shock to speak of. They're ready to go. You put them in the dirt, they shoot off because you're not destroying any of the roots and stuff, right? Now, will they grow into one another? I didn't answer that question earlier. Yes, they will. They will grow into one another, but the overall majority of the roots are not being disturbed. Y'all can look from last year. I had zero transplant shock on any of my plants, be it tomatoes or the peppers. Right? They were grew in those bags. Now, the things I did have transplant shock was things that were grown in other forms. Right? whether it be a solid, cube or whatever you want to call it. So the things that I did have issues with was, the regular grow trays, right? So whether it was a hexagon grow tray or, a square grow tray, whether it was tapered downward to encourage growth, straight down or not, I had troubles with them with transplant shock. And you can go back and see the videos from last year when I planted those. But the things that didn't have transplant shock was the things like the peppers and the tomatoes and some of the cucumbers and stuff that had been planted in those biodegradable grow bags, right? And like I said, just throw them down in a hole, let them go. May try to get big enough ones that'll hold a big pumpkin plant, that's roughly 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old. Might do that, but if I don't, then I'll just use my 1 gallon method, for that. So anyhow, the other thing that we did was we put Prevogenics Microbes Plus, Mobiles Microbes Plus in there, and we put Mycos and Azos from Extreme Gardening. So all three of those things work together. They help one another and help your roots out a lot. So we should have some really, 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 really good roots this year from what I've seen so far from testing that combination. So anyways, guys, we're out of here for the day. We appreciate you. We thank you for watching all these videos and being a member of our channel and our family, really, our extended family, that's what you guys become. So anyways, we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you tomorrow right here in the hollers and hills of West Virginia.
Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share.
Thank you, good sir.
You're welcome. And subscribe.